Casey Ricks. Andronicus sent me. He said you know where to find Silas Wilkes.
Andronicus? You mean he's out of prison? He doing alright? And he's after Wilkes. Figures. Andronicus doesn't really forgive or forget. Hey, you're not planning to harm him, are you?
Tell me where Wilkes is, or I will kill him.
Oh, come on, please. Not really. I'll tell you where to find that son of a hut. In fact, I'll make sure he's there so you can kill him. Wilkes' base is hidden out of Aether's view. Andronicus will know what I mean.
Can't you give me something a little clearer?
I can't have everyone on Tatooine knowing where the base is. Let me call Wilkes, make sure he stays put. It'd be a shame for you to storm HQ while he's out.
Don't do anything you'll regret.
Like warn Wilkes? We both know that'd be suicide.
Casey, sweetheart, got something to report? Andronicus hasn't turned up, has he?
Oh, sigh. What do I have to do to make you stop worrying about Andronicus?
Well, I could think of a few things. Have you reconsidered my offer?
That's why I called. Are you free in, say, a couple of hours? We could talk about it. In person.
I always have time for you. I'll be right here, sweetheart, whenever you're ready.
Ugh, I hate that guy. Andronicus never went for that eyelash batting junk, but Wilkes is there, so hurry up and kill him.
I found that whole exchange deeply disturbing.
It's not as bad as it looks. A little goes a long way with Wilkes' brand of self-love. But I won't shed any tears when he's gone, to say the least.
Sharp men, this is what success looks like. An entire exchange operation crushed like an insect. May your accomplishment inspire them to do their own jobs half as well.
I have completed my task then.
Our Empire's standing will be much improved thanks to your work. Farewell.
I must thank you for the work you did with the Jawa communications. The bugs you set are already transmitting. Any rebellion the Jawas plan will come straight to our ears. I trust finding the cipher gave you little difficulty.
I really am the best.
Let me transmit the code to our surveillance team. Yes! The Jawas speak of spirit wielders, those who possess the magic of their shamans. I assume they mean the Force. Their young go to a secret training ground to learn the shaman's magic. They're building an army there. We must stop them. This shaman, the one training their armies. We need to bring her into custody, study her, learn what she is made of.
It's ridiculous to think these creatures could fight the Empire.
Not our decision. General Koralak's Sith advisor has seen my report and wishes to study this shaman firsthand. I hope I can rely on you to make this happen.
Dragging back an unwilling Force user is easier said than done.
We are fortunate to have a Sith Lord in this very colony, Lord Biro. Speak with her. She made her reputation taking Jedi alive. She may have techniques to share. I'll tell her to expect you.
Tell Reg I can't have any more slip-ups. Wilkes finds out I'm here, it'll be like Rusan all over again.
Yes, Andronicus. Whatever you say.
Go. About time, Sith. This room's feeling a lot like that escape pod. Make me happy. Tell me you found Wilkes.
Casey gave me this data pad.
Good girl, Casey. Good girl. She's bailed me out of more than a few misses. Out of Aether's view, huh? Spineless son of a hut is hiding underground.
Smart place to hide.
I should have thought of it myself. There's a system of caves on the other side of the abandoned farm settlement. I wager that's what Casey meant.
Why aren't you shooting already?
Hey, I always want to shoot something, but the old girl encrypted something on this datapad. Looks like it's an access code. Something we'll need to get into this hidden HQ, probably.
Between your blaster and my lightning, none will survive.
If you like it that way, I'm gonna blast Wilkes for every day I spent floating in that escape pod. And then I'm gonna stomp on his bones.
Wair paba, fraujins in alama patay galakai, in alama amainai.
I need him to find the artifact.
Ake us erpai wasja us. Patay kuibanist. Ni fragais fraujan. Kup peinana.
I'm sorry, Ken. We just weren't meant to be.
Mat insok ja, himan kudana, ja ayon pro kumana.
Of course. Hello. Are you the group I was told to expect? I'm surprised you would lend your names to a job like this. The idea that a Jawa, the lowest sort of alien scum, has the discipline it takes to use the Force is nothing short of insulting. These Jawa shamans are simply charlatans putting on a show for the gullible. However, if it were true...
What are you railing on about? Tell me.
Watch your tone. This has the potential to sow chaos throughout the Empire. Imagine if no one respected the power of the Sith, if they believed the lowest slave could muster the same powers. For the sake of the Empire, it is crucial that the Force remain mysterious. The province of the elite, not Jawas.
I completely agree.
Find this Jawa training ground, hunt down this shaman, but kill her and any Force users you see. Bring Commander Villos a regular Jawa warrior, and tell him it's the shaman. Any studies will prove conclusively that Jawas have no connection to the Force.
I will help you preserve the power of the Sith.
Your loyalty is appreciated. I forged these shackles myself to hold Jedi and cut off their connection to the Force. Using them will suggest the danger this shaman poses. Just take care which Jawa you use them on.
Avatuga Amishka, Kabanutas Mawatila. He Janki Fakuta Makusa.
I don't have to justify myself to vermin like you.
Kuka de Choski Nawakuchusa, yo Makta Chipomputa. Kawache Kopa Lupa. Wipanega Tweety, Tay, Poka Donko, Wana Wanga.
All I want from you is your corpse.
Majivista Ta Zikuska.
Ah, excellent work. We'll take this wretch to Commander Villos now. Talk to him if you want to learn what comes of it.
How fortunate, my lord. You grace me with your presence just as the Empire needs your talents most. These generators once provided power to most of Mos Eisley. The Empire needs them reactivated, but the Jawas are getting in my way. They built these machines when they controlled the town. Now that I'm converting their inane tech for Imperial use, the Jawas won't hand over the special power cores I require.
Spare me your excuses. If these cores are important, I'll get them.
Thank you. The Jawas are using them to power their droids. Smash them, and the cores are yours.
Ah, I'm glad you came back. When my men brought me that shaman, it looks like she put up quite a fight.
Just to make sure people know who helped you.
The Sith will be relieved. It seems the Force is too complex for such a simple species to master. Thanks to you, we can proceed with our colonization of Tatooine without delay.
I am Fair One of the Sons of Palawa. You have won this battle, and I call for parley. You brutalized our keepings. Tell us why our wives and children weep, so that this feud may be honorable.
I thought slaughtering your people would be fun.
You truly are despicable. We know about the Empire's expedition. Whatever you're after, you won't find it. The desert protects its own. And though we can't keep you from departing, beware Tatooine, and beware our vengeance. You've made an enemy today.
You won't survive long enough to get revenge.
And your bloodlust will lead to your death.
What's wrong, Hale? I can sense your fear.
Sorry, my lord. I'm remembering that time on Ziost, when I was buried alive.
That's good. Use that fear, Hale. Let it push you. Ah, did you bring us the droid mines?
Your little job is finished.
I sense we'll do incredible things together. Zerka's discovery is out there somewhere, sending ripples through the Force.
Let's get the vertebrains analyzed, my lord. Keela.
Memory wipe destroyed the old files, but it looks like the Sons of Palawa bought the droids from Jawas.
All right. Guess that makes the Jawas our next lead to the Zerka base.
I'm still waiting to hear something useful.
You're with the Reclamation Service. This is useful.
Settle down, Keela. Even if you do have a point.
The Jawas are one of the native species, primitive masters of machinery.
They swarm like rats during the trade season, selling droid parts and generators. Then it's back to the desert.
In my dreams, I see one band that remains in the wastes near this city. Find them. I must meditate.
While you meditate, I'll bring us a step closer to Zerka.
So much confidence. I do hope it's warranted.
Show the vertebrates to the Jawas. See if they can't identify the source. They won't have records, but they're clever. Good hunting. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and stay cautious.
Wama otoja koga hutapawa to Bambawula.
Jawa, I have parts here from a droid you sold. I need them identified.
Kokola kopana tejaka. Magusa no pachonki fa gutagioto India.
It seems my tone was too polite.
Nagulagi wantumpa mulira wata wampa. Shisakawa kyota bubanda baki wanki. Mo gutuni ompi bedwana ni popo chopa uma.
You're going to tell me what I need, or you're dead.
Sabi otra pata niente fare monatsuki batontoton. Saking wampa. La agua de Cosco, un paso do bisca. Nero de soslimo, crispa do kanki kun ke kupa. Chapon ka utman gisa, chapod I kafuan chawa.
You'll get your paws on everything, won't you?
Chara banta, tang me geta. To hawa do punyo is, di moto, se go to ubi ubi. Fui panega tweety, hey, poka donko, wana wanga.
If it contains the secrets of Zerka, I'll take it.
Andi qua, hey, kuma. Yuna liska chanaga wa, chi, kaspeina kontinka.
I'll do whatever I care to, including killing Jawas.
Bedwana ubi kilawato banki, donko potokanoda.
All right, everyone get the equipment packed. Hale, see to the speeders. My lord, it's good to see you. Were you able to make contact with the Jawas?
I found the Jawas. It didn't take much to make them give up this.
Looks like a stasis crate. The sort Zerka used to transport samples. Won't be easy to unseal, but we can peek inside. Keela, running through the analysis grid.
On it. We'll keep the sensitivity low. Don't want to pulverize any artifacts inside.
Definitely something in there. Alien device of some sort, roughly spherical, contained in a Zerka energy field. Blasted odd.
What exactly does this have to do with me?
First pass shows the artifact is over 10,000 years old. Probably distortion. The energy readings are unstable.
Give me a few days to pop it open and we'll run the scan again.
I won't bore you with the science. Lord Silthar's on a pilgrimage and we're getting ready to move to the forward research outpost. But we may need you again soon.
If I can spare the time.
I wouldn't presume to give orders. If you're heading to the desert, contact us at the first station out from Mos Ila. Lord Silthar should have a lead on the Zerka base by then. In the meantime, we've got an artifact to study. This is Captain Gola, Reclamation Service Outpost 701. It's good to see you, my lord. My team's still searching for the Zerka base, but we've hit a snag that, frankly, we can't handle ourselves.
Is there anything your team can handle?
My team's been through fire and misery. They're survivors, but they're not soldiers. After you left for the Jawas, Lord Silthar had a vision. Something about the natives, the Sand People. He flew a speeder into the Dune Sea, but we lost the tracking signal in an energy storm. Silthar was summoning lightning.
By this time, your Darth is some animal's lunch.
I don't believe that. Maybe he's hurt, but he's not dead. Lord Silthar was following a dream, the same way he found the lost temple of Zeost and the crystal caves of Molivar. He told me the Sand People and their spirit guides were the key. He was looking for some sort of compass.
If he can't take the heat, he shouldn't have left the base.
Maybe, but at the very least we need to know. Find the spirit guides and find him. When you have answers, come to our forward outpost. Otherwise, I don't know how this mission can succeed.
Nebaga imana, naki naya, bila maknam unya kamna lebek. Naya memgem kaligam. Gegwa nam karak naya memak. Kam inu nemuk. Naja naya akam memnik miraka.
That's big talk for a worm like you.
Mamundia nepepjang. Hapakra wama nimpam. Laporam amka. Mamni nikak. Nagnaya mamni kamgram. Kala jiwa nimok. Bemgam nyama naya aikam.
By all means, continue.
Nulilak apa jam kamgram. Amka nem nang nemua inuk. Memgam gamgi. Nina gegwan. Am nerna hanak. Nemua bemguana. Kumia yang memgamba paka.
Your device worked well. The droids are destroyed.
Mamni lebek bak manuk. Meraka naja ki nama bamyak. Bragam nemnya, inubuyen. Akamamka, amkananya.
Lord Silthar?
Did Captain Gola send you? Such a good man. A pity he didn't send young Hale, but the honor is yours. You will hear my last words.
A pitiful death for a pitiful Sith.
You think so? Oh, but you haven't seen what I have seen. The Force called me into the desert. I sensed what Zerka found. An alien power. I saw a white room. I thought the Sand People would know the land's secrets. I murdered them, stole their thoughts to find this cave. I knew victory before they destroyed me.
Your story's amusing, but this is pointless.
Forgive me for prattling on. My journey here was not for nothing. Zerka built its base over a site from the natives' myths. A forbidden land. The paintings in the cave show the way. Find them. Record them. Gola and his men, they...
Time to die. Goodbye, Swtor.
So soon. So soon.
Wow, I bet you don't need a cannon to flatten a bunker. Still, this might interest you. Navy just deployed the next generation prototype of our top orbital strike weapon. She's a real beauty, let me tell you. I'm supposed to be overseeing test firing against hard targets in the area, but we're on indefinite standby until conditions improve.
What do you want?
The Exchange is seriously entrenched out here, but they're protecting their strongholds with a wide area signal jammer. It means our targeting systems are useless, even the handheld close-up targeters.
You want this jammer taken out of the picture?
You got it in one. Once that jammer's out of commission, we can blow up anything we want, anytime we want. You with me on this? You could be the first to debut this beauty's 10-kiloton Roth.
Tell me what to do.
The Exchange leaders are the only ones with access to the jammer. Their security spikes would let you shut it down. With the jammer out of commission, you can use this targeter to blow any Exchange assets in the area sky high. Hit anything you can get in range of. Bigger the better, just don't stand too close. I'll look forward to the light show.
Oh, my lord, it's so good you're here. Band of filthy Jawas cracked into one of the Zerka Corporation's abandoned compounds we recently unearthed. Made off with every droid in the place.
I don't waste my talents tracking down petty thefts.
It's not petty. These excavations produce the only thing of value on this Dust Bowl. Besides, the Jawas aren't the problem anymore. You see, the stolen droids activated. Now they're systematically hunting down everything around the Jawas' derelict sandcrawler. I've observed their behaviors becoming refined, more efficient. Honestly, it looks like they're learning from trial and error.
Yawn.
Fine. The bottom line is the Empire would benefit from acquiring this technology. Scanning the architecture of the droids' memory cores should give us more insight into their uniform design and their individual differences. Can the Reclamation Service count on your support?
And what exactly is in it for me?
I have a budget for the excavation that's completely useless to me now. I don't care where it goes, as long as something's recovered. It's unlikely that the droids will stand idle while you attempt to take a reading. Disabling them will be necessary. Just try not to damage their memory cores while you're taking the fight out of them.
This is preposterous. How can the so-called cream of the Imperial military fail against a bunch of alien savages? I'll have to have the entire company executed for ineptitude. Have you any idea how much paperwork that requires? This would be laughable if it weren't the end of my career.
I'm quite certain I didn't say, please, expendable worm, tell me about your life.
My apologies, my lord. One of our transports carrying some critical data was shot down over the Dune Sea. So far, our best and brightest have been unable to handle the Sand People. We can't even approach the crash site.
I suppose I could do battle with some savages.
Hell? Really? Assuming the idiot natives haven't fed it to a bantha or something, everything we need is in the ship's black box. If it's not at the crash site, the savages have likely carried it off.
I'm gonna blast Wilkes to pieces just as soon as we find him.
Well, 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 Andronicus Revel. I'm surprised they let you out of Imperial prison. And you brought a Sith to help you. How cute. But see these guys? They'll crush you and your Sith.
I'm not cute. I'm deadly.
Let me guess. You're here for the artifact. The one the Empire was so keen on getting just before I crushed Andronicus. Would you believe he called me a nobody? A worthless, mangy, skinny little nobody. So I took his ship, his crew, his cargo, his blasters, and what else? Oh, his girl. Who's nobody now, Nikki?
I'm gonna rip out your throat and laugh while you try to scream.
All of this chatter is making me bloodthirsty.
You'll never beat me, and you'll never get your artifact. Boys, kill the Sith, but keep Andronicus alive. I'll want to play with him a little longer. You idiots! You'll never get it now. Not the artifact, not the blasters, nothing.
Give me the artifact now.
You're so stupid. The great Andronicus Revel chases me across 5 planets only to fail. He even gets a Sith on his side, and they both fail.
Talk sense.
The artifact, it's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
They took it, just like I took it from you. Took it all. The blasters, the artifact, the money.
Tell us where they took it.
Chase them if you like. They went out into the deep desert. They left weeks ago. The Sand People will eat you before you ever catch them.
I've heard enough. Now give me one good reason not to blast your teeth through the back of your skull.
Do it. Maybe he'll finally shut up.
I've been waiting to do this for a long time, Wilkes. Can't say it was nice knowing you either.
I have no regrets, Andronicus. Least of all this.
Idiot. Lost your artifact and my special-made blasters. Just wait until I get my blaster pointed at those thieves.
Exactly how deep into the desert do we have to go?
Well, there's a speeder that'll take us out so far, but the coordinates Wilkes had are a little further out than that. Come on, the sooner we get out there, the better chance we have of showing them thieves what's what.
Aha! That was great! I can see those strikes come down from here. After that display, I'm going to recommend the final model be named in your honor.
I'd like to hang on to this targeter for a while.
Addictive, isn't it? I'm afraid the prototype wasn't intended for sustained use. We'll be collecting the Delta A5 soon to make adjustments based on the data you provided. Here's a little something on behalf of the project. It's been a pleasure.
You've brought me readings? Excellent. It looks like you were able to conduct many scans. Did the droids pose much of a threat when you encountered them?
It was actually quite simple.
Truly? Perhaps we should have left them to mature a bit longer. But we can observe prototypes built from this data. You ensure that Tatooine will hold no secrets from the Empire. Thank you.
Hale, check on Keeler and the others. See if they figured out anything with the artifact.
Sir, I'd like to hear what happened.
Follow orders. I'll brief everyone later. I've sent for water and Kolto, my lord. I'm sure the desert was agonizing, but we've been waiting for word. Any sign of Darth Silthar?
Trust me, you don't want that man back.
So, he really didn't make it then? Damn it! We all felt it, but we weren't sure. We're not blasted Sith. Without Silthar, we're just archaeologists with guns. Without him, this whole expedition falls apart.
How unfortunate for you.
I guess since Silthar brought you into this, now you're out.
Captain Gola!
Blast hail, now's not the time.
The artifact. The one the Jawas found. It's got Kayla. We disabled the dampeners, and there was a flash.
What? Start containment procedures now!
Again, atteste vertine.
Looks like it's your turn to die now.
Those creatures, they were my team.
Sir, I think Perrin escaped. He was heading into the desert toward the tribal settlement.
Blast, we'll mourn later. You remember the Sons of Palawa. You hit them hard in Mos Ila, but their main village is just a few clicks out. If that creature reaches them, this could get very ugly.
Let our enemies destroy one another.
Under other circumstances, maybe. Not now. Basic rule of xenoarchaeology. You don't unleash a foreign technology into a population center, especially one with a man-machine interface. Worst case, the technology that changed Perrin could replicate. Every person in the settlement could be transformed.
If it transforms them, so be it.
I don't care what your grudge is. We can't let an outbreak occur. Reclamation Service protocol for contaminated sites mandates atomic heat cleansing of everything within a 100-meter radius. We've got to store a beradium explosives for that purpose. Enough to obliterate the Sun's cave village. But I hope it won't come to that.
We should have destroyed the tribals long ago.
If you say so. Get to the caves. Maybe you'll catch Perrin before he's transformed a whole army.
You! I knew the Empire used dishonorable tactics, but the ghost of the desert, do you know what it does to people?
The transformation is impressive.
Within the first minute, that terror changed good villagers into murderous machines. There's a war going on in these caves. Now I'll give my brothers the chance to win by keeping you from interfering.
To destroy those monsters, you'll need my help.
You began this feud. Why would you help now?
I have my reasons, but I'm not the sharing type.
All right. Keep your motives to yourself, then. If you really want to assist, I'll tell the others to let you through, at least until the crisis is over. If we destroy the ghosts fast enough, maybe we can stop them from replicating. But if even one survives, we start all over again.
The ghosts of the desert are gone, and the wind is still. The village is secure.
All right. Incinerate the corpses.
Yes, brother.
You saved our village. You know the sands well.
I don't need your gratitude, Tribal.
No, I imagine you don't. It will take time to rebuild the settlement. Time we shouldn't spend in pointless battle. You acted honorably, and the blood feud can end.
Don't tell me you want to be my friend.
No. Only to remember you as an honorable foe from a battle long past. However, I can't help suspecting you caused this attack. Intentionally or not, you awakened the desert's terrors. Leave our settlement. Leave Tatooine altogether. Never let us see you here again.
Ripok nani kari Mariaka. Akam ja lebek memarik. Memyuka halhal krama. Niknurga nalo nemnelaka. Bragam nemya inubuyen. Akamamka amkananya.
You'll have to do better than that, you freak.
Nuk inu nemnu. Amka aka memperlak balak. Nempanu koragin. Pemguana nemu ka mime. Manub meraka naja. Kinamabam. Yak manala.
What exactly does this entail?
Beraka karam kara. Ninyamak oramag yang megik. Kamperem ganyam baji yang. Manikikum bukam.
I finished testing. Your device works.
Naya memgem kaligam. gegwa nam karek naya memak. Mamni lebek bak manuk, meraka najaki nama bamyak. Jukagi ne paninu, hamkambina bek nemu kemgram.
Are the power readings stable?
Yes, sir. The stasis field's online.
Keep it that way. I don't want the artifact powering up again. You're looking all right. You caught up with that monster?
It was actually quite simple.
I'll take that as an affirmative. And I'm glad you could spare the village. No one deserves that. Those artifacts Zerka found, they must be capable of infecting people, transforming them. I don't know why you'd build a device like that. But some species did, long before humans lived on Tatooine. And the Reclamation Service has the job of bringing those artifacts home. Are you with us?
Sounds like you've got your fire back, Captain.
I had my moment of doubt. I saw Keela, Perrin, and Ban die because of it. What we've just experienced, the artifact powering on the takeover, I'm willing to bet Zerka went through the same thing. If we knew where to start looking for Zerka's base, we could scan for the artifact's power signal, track down the laboratory. Too bad Siltha didn't get more data.
The base is in the Sand People's Cursed Land. These drawings should show the way.
This? It's primitive, but it looks like a native map. We'll check its age, calculate the geographical changes since its creation.
I think we have it, sir. The natives' forbidden zone is in Sector 22G. I can start outfitting a probe immediately. Once you're in position, use this signal device to call the droid. It'll launch from here.
In the meantime, we've got friends to bury.
I've returned with your black box. I hope it was worth wasting my time.
I am mortified that you've gone to such trouble for me, my lord. I'll have someone shot for this at once. I can hardly wait to report this mission a success.
Hello. That's right. I'm talking to you. I know who you are, and I bring a proposal. I'm Shale Tassau. I speak for a small consortium of the Exchange on Tatooine. They want a warlord dead, and they think you're the one to do it.
You think I'll work for crime lords?
Are you an upstanding citizen? I assure you, I have the public safety in mind. The target is the warlord Garbodia. He killed a Sith apprentice sent to assassinate him, and it's costing all of us. Imperials are torturing and killing Exchange members to find his location. Now, I know where Gar is, but I came to you. Understand why?
You don't want to reward the Empire for imprisoning your friends?
I wouldn't say friends, but I owe some people. Gar and his mercenaries are hiding in the desert. I saw them taking shade by a derelict sandcrawler. We can pay for his head. That ugly bantha stain is done. The Empire agrees, the Exchange agrees. How about you?
There will be no survivors.
Good. Now, he does move around a lot. Don't expect to find him exactly at the sandcrawler. You bring me his head, and I'll bring you the credits.
Perhaps we stand a chance after all. It's a relief to see you, my lord. The entire Empire may one day have cause for gratitude that you arrived here at precisely this moment.
What could possibly have happened here that's of interest to the entire Empire?
Well, perhaps I overstated the case a bit. But you could certainly help us teach a lesson to those who deny our mastery of Tatooine. I am Officer Vengo, Imperial Reclamation Service. My men and I were escorting prison laborers to a Zerka dig site. We were ambushed by a bunch of Republic cowards who cut down my men and freed the prisoners. There was a Jedi leading them.
As it happens, this wouldn't be the first Jedi I've crossed.
Perfect, my lord. It's a chance to bring the Emperor's justice to these zealots. I've already overloaded the prisoners' shock collars. They should be quite injured. According to my sensors, they've stopped moving. I expect they've gone to ground in the deep desert to tend the wounded. If you want to help, track them there, and make sure they never leave.
Glad to see you. I'm Major Breaker. I trust you've developed the same hatred for this dirty planet as I have. We were so close to expanding Imperial influence, introducing refinement to this rock. If you can spare a moment, we may still have a chance.
I'm not joining your decorating brigade.
No, it's nothing like that. Not to say this Sans camp couldn't use a touch-up. There's a well, one of Tatooine's deepest and most successful. Whoever controls it, controls this region. Imperial Command ordered me to take it, but my men were butchered by sand people, no less. This tribe's so ruthless, all the other tribes pay them tribute. The Empire can't let these filthy savages control such a priceless resource.
You'll be able to fill the well with their bodies when I'm done.
Enthusiasm, that's good. But we don't want to poison the water with their foul remains. The well lies deep in the desert. Kill the sand people who guard it. The Empire will be grateful.
Can you hear me, my lord? There's a sandstorm interfering with communications, but I wanted to report. The droid's locked onto an underground power signature. Must be an artifact in the Zerka base. We've also found some kind of recorded message.
I'm dying of suspense, really.
Patching it through now.
Is this thing working? Last. Security Officer Gromik here. I'm the last man out. We've been ordered to seal Zerka's Secret Weapons Division 7. The base was compromised. We thought we had the problem contained to the artifact cave, but it didn't last. Okay, sealing the doors now. Anyone who sees this, don't come in. You don't want to. You really don't want to.
They lost the whole base. Imagine that. We've got fragmentary codes and coordinates, but you'll need to run additional scans to unlock the base. There may be more messages, too. We both know if anything is still alive in that base, you're our best chance of retrieving Zerka's artifacts. You'll have to go alone.
Uncovering secrets is my job, Captain. I won't disappoint you.
Part of me wishes I were going. Zerka found something unthinkably old and alien. But this is how it has to happen. Gola out.
A triumphant return! That is, my senses tell me my renegade prisoners are all dead, for which I thank you. Did the Jedi fall as well?
Nothing like slaughtering Jedi to make you feel alive.
I'll, take your word for it. The Imperial Reclamation Service will hear all about your work defeating the 24 Jedi who viciously ambushed us. No, don't say anything. My initial count could have been off. They have no way to verify. Let them be as impressed with you as I am.
Hanso wilok bardos, zogi inagandan gisar faur ises. Japai swepa perswik ingala banai gapwas daidai.
Watch what you say, beast, or I'll bind you as well.
Japate anahandam puk uvaban. Ihaven ni gasta jais. Swayway silvans in iswish, paman ik alkas jam, guidis intis isvares. Ababarna habens, glaubena, ni in usakwai, usiterens apipao.
I know a way to shut this guy up.
Tupamai arbaida, ustau jans biwurstan. Godais akran bayranans jawan jandans in pan guidis. Iswarim ja algamboze uspalib.
Did you really think he stood a chance against me?
In pamalhap fralat forte fuima alaisos kaskaftais. Jawais from Bama daga I house the dedam, ni vleladam. Anso wilok pardos, zogi inagan kandisat faur ises.
Dr. Soprin here. We've finished our initial catalog of the cave artifacts, which register as over 20,000 years old. You think that would narrow down the possible creators, wouldn't you? There weren't many societies capable of space travel in that period. But I can't find any society or species that fits these criteria. Even Gree technology isn't comparable. Anyway, Dr. Lyric and I will study the primary device and assign lesser relics to the others to keep them busy. Hopefully, we'll find something useful. Zerka's going to make a fortune off this stuff if we can figure it out. End log.
Damned idiotic, nerve-hurting sons of huts. They got away.
We got what we came for. Now let's go.
What? It doesn't bother you? These idiots run off with your artifact and you don't even get to knock them around? I just can't figure you, Sith.
That's the way I like it.
Mysterious, huh? Okay, suit yourself. Now are we gonna get off this rock or what?
I still have business to finish here.
Well, when you do fly, mind taking me along? I'm a damn good pilot, and I've got contacts a Sith will never make on his own. It'll be your show, no questions asked.
I'm in charge, and don't you forget it.
I'll take that as a yes then.
This is Director Antaean speaking. As you know, workers' safety is one of Zerka's top priorities, and we take accidents seriously. Therefore, due to concerns surrounding studies of the device, we are implementing a new policy. Anyone wishing to perform a physical inspection of the device must get written authorization from myself and Dr. Daigo. Research using droids and remote scanners may continue normally. Please note that this does not affect our division's overall schedule.
I want my concerns on the record before more people get hurt. I'm worried about the device. Its energy readings keep fluctuating, and it appears to be trying to link with the lesser artifacts. I think it's a weapon, maybe a bomb. Soprin's theory about it being a Gree Enclave creation are inane. We've already got evidence of an ancient alien civilization visiting Tatooine, and they weren't Gree. We've seen similar technology in the Kashyyyk Shadowlands. I'm sure the Infinite Empire is tied to the device's origins, no matter what anyone says, and I'm tired of being ignored.
Well, Dr. Lyric is gone. He's put in for a transfer and is heading back to Anchorhead, taking one of the lesser relics with him. Good riddance. He was a pain to work with. Still. Lyric's theory about an ancient infinite empire and a master alien species was fringe science at best, but some of his data makes sense. I'm going to run a new series of tests tomorrow, using a remote arm to open up the device. We'll see where it goes from there.
This is Director Antaean to all Zerka employees. Please listen and remain calm. A few minutes ago, we experienced a minor equipment failure in the main laboratory. As a precaution, we are initiating lockdown procedures. Do not attempt to override the system, so the computers will respond with force. Stay where you are, and you'll be alerted when the situation resolves.
Was men jetzt gefühlt war, egal jetzt denkt ihr. Efter das Erbiara törte man hevje. Bien fakta mi fel töfna makape.
I am Sith. You are an abomination. We are not equals.
Me bagadres pastiaktan elbines för kastinti. Des matsen keiljon. Maestra me huruba. Kefter da se biara törda marhebie.
Killing you will be such fun.
Yiver be presmeluja yiheja. Diamendemeta en tirans. Zinesti hidruli, das bruli fihed andanqua. Des matsen keiljon. Maestra me huruba.
Give up your secrets to me.
Hefne havne, jesle nixte destilia. Jesje jedle kuno, me hekadine lerte. Adgelu lekotien me tajaben, habib yeke.
I'll spare you in return for your service. Be grateful.
Yetemer zunati, me kontias temeta.
My people say someone ripped through Garbodia's camp. Can I spot talent or what? I trust you if... If I knew his head was gonna stink this badly, I'd have given you a refrigeration unit. Thanks. You can wrap that back up. Ugh.
You said you wanted to stop torture. Now hold your nose and take it away.
No, thanks. That's fine. Ugh. You can hold on to it. Let me get your credits. Nasty as this is, it's better than what was going on before. I just couldn't personally smell it. Do you see a garbage chute?
You've returned. I was about to pass out from the stench here when I heard reports of your successful massacre. Perfection as always, my lord. The survivors are weak and scattered. Once we have the well, there'll be no stopping the Empire's advance. As for myself, I'll finally be stationed somewhere befitting a man of my status. You're my savior. I can't thank you enough.
I should have known you'd twist my victory for your benefit.
An unexpected benefit, I assure you. I would never place my needs before the Empire's. Now I must pack. I won't forget you when I'm sipping Corellian brandy somewhere far from here.
My lord, you're back. I wasn't expecting you to be so quick.
Your power is impressive, even among the Sith.
I'm sure you want to rest up, but I'd like to hear. Did you find the artifacts?
Inside this device is an alien mind. It was responsible for the destruction of Zerka. It says it wants to work with us.
There's an intelligence stored in there? That's just incredible. That's amazing. We can do an initial study here, but a find like this has to go to Drummond Cass. You've turned this expedition around. After our losses, I didn't think I'd be filing a mission report, let alone declaring victory.
If I hadn't come along, you'd still be searching for Zerka's droids.
And maybe we wouldn't have found the Jawas and activated that first artifact. It's hard to say. With Darth Silthar gone, I am in charge. You ever need our help, you know where to find me.
You're not without skill, Captain. I'll remember your offer.
You're too kind, my lord. Safe journeys out there. And be careful. This galaxy has a lot of old secrets. Once you start seeing them, they tend to start looking back.
Target sighted. Sweep the area and escort the package.
What's happening here?
If you'll remain where you are, my lord.
Make way for Moff Yorian.
So much fuss over a walk to the spaceport. You'd think I'd break my own neck without a bodyguard. I'm Mara Yurian, overseer of this sector. I trust your visit has been both enjoyable and productive.
Do you plan to hold me here, Moff?
You wound me. I merely wanted to thank you for all the good you've done. Tatooine may not be prestigious, but it is useful. We've hosted everything from archaeological digs to weapons testing facilities. A clean slate means opportunity. Imagine Imperial Tatooine as a bulwark against the Republic and underworld corruption throughout the Outer Rim.
Concerned that your assignment guarding a lifeless desert doesn't suit a man of your stature?
What makes a Moff is his ability to turn any assignment to the Empire's advantage. Intentionally or not, you've already struck blows to the Exchange, the Sand People tribes, and others. You have unfinished business, and before you leave, I'm offering you a part in this sector's subjugation.
When the Minister of War honors your accomplishments, you'll have me to thank. Understood?
The Empire will have you to thank, but I'll show my gratitude. Shall we begin? Without an Imperial Legion, we need unconventional allies to secure territory, and the local Mandalorian mercenaries are legendary. I've opened relations and posted officers in their settlement, but the Mandalorians must also learn to respect us. You can arrange that.
You don't even have the strength to secure this planet yourself.
Because troops are in limited supply, would you rather do nothing? The Mandalorians use the wastelands outside their village as a training ground. If you survive the passage, they'll be forced to acknowledge you. But retrieve the corpses of their initiates who died in the wastes, drop their own dead at their feet, and they'll be forced to see you as a challenge.
If we eliminate the worst of the troublemakers, the rest will fall into line.
Starting a blood feud with the Mandalorians is not to our advantage. Put them in their place and help my men, and our conquest can begin.
Sir, Colonel Gorick is waiting to report.
If you'll excuse me, but think on what I've said. Work with me, and the rewards will be magnificent.
Mandalorian, we've been through your training grounds. We survived what your initiates couldn't.
What are these? You brought the dead here?
Not just any dead. Our dead. You think you can walk into our village and insult us? Imperial dog?
No. They speak the truth. Our initiates failed, where these people did not. Welcome to our village. You have earned the right to be here. More than those stooges Moff Yorian pays us to protect.
I'm not here to prove myself to you. I'm here for proof you're worthy of me.
There are limits to what we'll take. Stay close to your Imperial friends.
They're afraid of you already. I'm Ensign Ver. The Moff asked me to congratulate you and pass on a message. He's transferring credits to your accounts as a gesture of goodwill. A taste of what's to come for all his valued allies.
Tell the Moff I don't work for him and I won't be bribed.
Yes. I'll certainly let him know. He also emphasized that he's counting on you to force the Mandalorians' respect, and to eliminate any threats to our security. Good luck.
You're all just in time. The fight's heating up, and there's fun to be had for all.
Don't mind him. Gesta was injured in the first wave of attacks. He's been hyped up on adrenals ever since.
Only lost a few toes, most of the feeling in my head, nothing serious.
We've been sending squads out all day. A mere dozen Mandalorians dead. Meanwhile, the bodies of our enemies pile up. Care to try your luck? Test yourself against the most fearsome sand people on this rock?
I don't need luck.
Just what I say. Takes an attitude like that to win battles.
This vicious Sand People tribe is rallying for a major assault. To destroy our village and anything else they come across.
But instead, we'll destroy their tribe, stop the spread of Bloodgouge's influence, and revel in glory.
Nothing like a party to unwind after a slaughter.
It's a good tradition. But first we've got to destroy the Sand People. Maybe even kill Bloodgouge too.
He's defeated more Mandalorians than anyone else on the planet. But today, his troops will be smashed, his power broken.
What do you say? You up for butchering some Sand People? Throwing yourself against the forces of their most legendary leader?
I'll rip apart the Sand People and scatter their remains.
Make it messy. They don't deserve anything less.
Kill as many of them as you can. And if you can take out some leaders before you fall, more glory to you.
Take a breath. Your news can wait that long.
But sir, Warisman Ordo is dead. We followed him and saw... It was because of the poison. The Sand People got him.
Then he is not the best. This trial is for the best of men. That is what Warisman Ordo came to Tatooine to prove. Do not mourn for him. The only true death is to fear to try. Like the Imperial puppets who let politics dictate their lives.
Now you've got me interested.
Your reputations are well known. The Empire gives you a great deal of respect. Not that I give a bantha's backside what the Empire thinks. They've backed out of a perfectly good war to hide behind a piece of paper. If you want to change my mind, you're welcome to try.
I never sign on until I've read the fine print.
The Sand People produce a lethal poison. The only antidote is kept in their holy shrines, guarded by a sacred number of armed guards. To prove yourself, you will take the poison voluntarily, and then fight your way to the antidote before you succumb. It was this which killed Warisman Ordo, and many others who were called hero on different worlds. Will you take the poison?
I've survived worse.
More guts than I'd have wagered. Here it is, then. You've got the time it takes the poison to travel from your arm to your brain. By then, you'd better have the antidote in hand. Sand People are all over the place. Finding their shrines will not be the hard part. Surviving long enough to reach them will.
You reek of viscera and rot, the scent of battle. Never smelled anything sweeter.
That's the stench of Bloodgouge. You've killed the brute. With his head, you'll become a Mandalorian legend. You must have fought hard for this prize.
It was actually quite simple.
We'll track down the surviving Sand People, stomp them out. This has been a good day.
Any Mandalorian would be happy to fight by your side. May you spill much blood in your battles ahead.
Kandosi! Amazing! You live! My congratulations. You are more worthy than any Mandalorian in the last 5 galactic cycles. Speak of what you faced. Let these young ones hear the path of true valor.
Yes, please. What happened?
There was much bloodshed.
I'm sure the details are hazy. The poison can wreak havoc with your mind. But your victory stands without question. This is the weapon which marks your triumph. Use it in health.
Garrus Palin, inventor, artist, and general mischief maker, at your service. You look like a man of taste. Perhaps you're interested in my sonic earwax removal system. Oh, or this shiny globe. It will stay with you wherever you go.
I've been looking all over Tatooine for an earwax remover and shiny globe salesman.
They're yours. You're the first person to show any interest in this junk. Look, just between you and me, I'm not really a junk salesman. It's just a cover. I'm from Imperial Intelligence's Experimental Weapons Division. Supposed to trick hapless fools into testing a new weapon. But you're not hapless fools.
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
But I haven't even told you what it does. It's a marvel. You won't regret it. This is the Sand People deployment device, designed to send a signal that stirs up Sand People against the enemies of the Empire. I need someone to plant this device over at these farmland coordinates. It's the perfect test site, abandoned but covered in wildlife for the Sand People to attack.
I suppose I can give it a look.
The device should have a range of 2 kilometers. There are Sand People settlements all over this area, so it should be plenty. That's what I'm trying to find out.
Of course, Commander. Our relations with your people are based on respect, not just credits. Your concerns will be addressed.
See that they are. Retorche me.
My lord, Zola Alvanis, diplomatic service on assignment to the Mandalorian settlement. I'd like a moment, if you please.
For a beauty like yourself, of course.
That's very flattering. A pity we have to discuss business. The Mandalorians let us use their village as a staging area, but they're starting to resent our presence. It's time we moved on. Not far from here, there's a bunker in the hands of Gamorrean raiders. Brutish, deadly creatures responsible for the massacre at the Vaktuin mining colony. But if we had that bunker, we wouldn't need to share resources with the Mandalorians at all.
I'll clean the bunker with Gamorrean blood. Our troops can live in style.
That would be very generous of you, my lord. The Gamorreans will mount a stern defense, but if you can soften the opposition and bring me their base's computer codes, it'll be enough. The Imperial garrison can complete the takeover, leaving the Mandalorians to do what they will.
Really sorry about that, my lord. Those results were unexpected.
That wasn't so bad.
If it's any consolation, this test should allow me to put the finishing touches on the device. Take anything you want for your troubles. The good stuff, not that junk. Got some blasters, some armor, it may be even a lightsaber piece or two.
My lord, have I mentioned how honored I am to be working with the Sith? Oh, no matter. I've already called the Mos Illa garrison. If you have the Gamorrean base codes, it won't be long before we can seize our new staging area.
Everything's going as planned, then.
Soon we won't have to play friends with the Mandalorians, and we'll be in a position to bargain. It's been a privilege. Your part in this won't be forgotten.
What's the situation, Commander?
My lord, one of the local warlords appears to have taken offense at Imperial troops moving through his territory. He's been turning his cannons on our men.
I've been looking for a reason to cause some chaos.
I'd advise caution. There's something off about this whole situation. The squad of mercenaries I sent to destroy the emplacements have failed to report back. Leaves me in a bind. I need someone to get in range of those cannons and mark them for assault.
Not without appropriate compensation.
I'm not certain what I can pull together, but your intervention will be rewarded. Take this target designator. It'll allow you to call in pinpoint strikes on the cannon's positions. Give them a taste of Imperial firepower.
Any chance I could interest you in a little punitive bloodshed, my lord? There's a team of Republic archaeologists excavating the same ruins I'm here to research. My team attempted to run them off, but it's rather embarrassing. We were the ones sent packing.
You're hoping I'll teach these trespassers a lesson?
We need to make a show of force. Make it clear that to steal from the Empire is to sign your own death warrant. Spill enough blood, and the Republic will be hard-pressed to find anyone crazy enough to replace them.
You understand what you're asking? It will get messy.
I won't mind digging through their bones if it means working in peace.
Your dig site is clear.
Marvelous. I'll start gathering my team before any carrion eaters start taking root. The Reclamation Service owes you its esteemed gratitude.
You called in quite a few strikes. Good news to report?
It was actually quite simple.
Count on us to finish the rest. Without their guns to hide behind, those craven scum will crumble before us.
What are you saying? We lost a squad of very expensive Mandalorians, and now our boys can't do the trick either? Forget excuses. Work it out. I'm sorry, my lord. I should not have lost my temper in front of you. The exchange is proving to be more difficult than we originally estimated.
You people are a waste of oxygen.
I never expected mere criminals could fight so skillfully. The exchange is using an old reclamation base as an ammo stockyard. We've taken 2 shots at it now, and we may have to cut our losses and retreat.
Don't be a fool.
Does this mean you'll prove you can do better? I will give you the location for the ammo stockyard we were targeting, plus the last known coordinates for our squad. I suggest you look first for survivors. Perhaps they can give you some insight into why they failed.
My lord, not often we see Sith in the middle of nowhere. Not a critique, mind you. Captain Demetrius, the exchange has been interrupting our shipments lately. We tell them to stop on pain of death, but they don't listen. I need somebody to check their hearing, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I need you to make good on our promise to shove their ships down their throats. I got a bead on the exchange's shipping warehouse, the locus of their whole operation. I want to scrape them off the map. But it's guarded by anti-air guns and comm jammers that make a large-scale attack impossible to coordinate.
Give me a shot, and I'll disable the guns and the jammers.
Good thought. But we want those guns intact for when we move in. I need you to take out the gunners. Take out the jammers, and then call in the reinforcements.
I think I can do that much.
I knew when I saw you, you were the fix I needed. The warehouse is close by. Can't miss it. Everything else is sand.
I don't advise traveling openly here. I'm certain you're on business far above my clearance, my lord, but I wouldn't want you to risk yourself unnecessarily. The local exchange here are backed by someone with advanced stealth technology. They're using assassin droids to ambush our men.
Am I supposed to care?
We cannot let this rabble have a military advantage. This technology renders the droids invisible to the eye and to our instruments. You could be next to one and not know until it was too late. My science officer developed a way to counteract the technology, if we could just get close enough to use it.
It doesn't seem overly complicated.
The droids have proven nearly impossible to fight while the stealth generator is working. To destroy them, you will have to disable their stealth generators with this visual descrambler. Any hidden droid should appear. Once they're dealt with, inspect the chassis to find the stealth transmitters. Our scientists will need to examine them.
Captain Charles Reskin reporting, my lord. The soldiers here, they've been on Tatooine too long, going native. Sloth, larceny, disrespect for the Imperial Code.
Sounds like they could use a reminder of who they serve.
It's spice that does it to them. The spice the exchange has been dealing our soldiers, despite my best efforts. I've sent teams after the dealers before, but they can't get past the exchange's marksmen. I need that spice destroyed.
That spice will be gone in no time.
I just want to see that spice go up in flames. If you could drive out the smugglers and kill their boss to teach them a lesson, all the better, but the spice must go.
Ah, and I thought they weren't taking my reports seriously. But here they are, sending me a Sith Lord to handle the problem. I guess the exchange spying on us really gets High Command's regulation briefs in a twist, huh?
What are you railing on about? Tell me.
Then you weren't sent by High Command? I requested advanced operatives who could perform targeted strikes against exchange spies in public locations. They're using satellite uplinks to get into our databases. Advanced stuff for them. We're guessing the Republic or someone is backing them. We need to get the codes they're using, sabotage their connections, and find out who they're forwarding the intel to.
What exactly does this entail?
The exchange has taken over a number of satellite uplink towers. I'll transmit a file with which ones. You'll need to get the codes for the uplink towers from their people on site, then use them to sabotage the links. Best case scenario,
You also plant this tracer, so our techs can track who the information is being fed to. Thanks for helping us out.
Are you part of Captain Tremont's team?
What? Who are you? Did the captain send you? Everyone else is dead. I don't know why they kept me alive. I think they're torture.
What transpired here?
We never got as far as the ammo stockyard. Ambushed. They stripped our gear. Explosives. In that locker. Please, finish the job.
The Exchange won't be spying on you again.
Probably untrue, but at least they won't be able to use the same tricks. Thank you, my lord. According to the tracer you planted, it's Hutt's paying for information against us. High Command will have a lot to say about that. I hope this covers any expenses you may have incurred.
Is it done? Please, turn this off. Let me go home.
You don't deserve to live.
No, don't leave me here.
The Exchange ammo dump is destroyed.
Yes, I have received numerous reports of the destruction of the Exchange's stockyards. You have my thanks. Our hold on Tatooine will be more secure with the Exchange disarmed.
The droids are out of commission.
And you have their transmitters? Excellent. Our scientists will begin reverse engineering them immediately. I appreciate your aid, my lord.
My lord, Moff Yorian wants to see you.
My hero. The Mandalorians have fallen into place, the Sand People tribes are scattered. It's a new dawn for Tatooine. Troops and supplies will move freely under mercenary protection. Our garrison will purge Exchange corruption and act as a beacon of stability.
This isn't the first planet I've handed to the Empire.
But it's the first time you brought civilization to these barbaric reaches of the galaxy. Of course, we've already begun raiding Exchange bases to take advantage of their vulnerability. We've seized credit chips, antiquities, spice, to be stored in my personal vaults until they can be processed by Imperial authorities.
Take everything from the criminals. It's the only way to destroy their organization.
We think the same, you and I. But strategy isn't what we should discuss. The seized goods deserve to be shared. Walk away from Tatooine with pockets full and remember my aid.
Tatooine is yours, thanks to me. It's only right we both reap the rewards.
There was never any doubt. You'll find your ship refueled and rearmed with my compliments. I look forward to seeing your mark on other worlds.
Uplink to the Minister is ready for you, sir.
I have other business. But whatever you do, don't let Darth Zash take her apprentice for granted. You have potential to go far.
So you beat Wilkes and made it out of the desert alive, huh? Wilkes doesn't surprise me, but when I heard you were heading for the desert, well, I wasn't expecting to see either of you again.
I brought Andronicus back.
You should stick with this one, Andronicus. You might learn a sense of humor.
Look it, I have a sense of humor.
Relax, it was a joke. Anyway, I'm glad you came, because it gives me a chance to thank you for taking out that runt Wilkes. With some real leadership, maybe the Exchange on Tatooine can move ahead for a change.
Don't go expecting any more favors.
I don't plan on needing any. And Andronicus, I'm sorry.
It's alright, huh? We wouldn't have worked out anyway. All that shouting and throwing stuff. Somebody was bound to get hurt.
Yeah, right. Well, guess it's goodbye then. Good luck out there.
Thought she'd never leave.
Hey, she was as good a tech as you'll ever find on a pirate gunship. And not a bad girl, either. Now let's get off this rock, huh?
Apprentice, you have recovered the artifact, I take it. Wonderful. Ah, Andronikos, what a pleasure to see you again.
Hello yourself. Looks like you finally found your rock.
Yes, thank you for leading us to it so obligingly. I'm sure you'll be a wonderful asset to my apprentice's crew. Now, apprentice, you must hurry and recover the remaining artifact.
I'm giddy with anticipation.
I look forward to seeing you in your glory.
So what's the story, Sith? Seems like you know all about me, and I don't know nothing about you. You always a sicko, or did you just kind of fall into it like I did?
Power is wasted if you don't use it, and I'm not squeamish.
We're gonna have a lot of fun together, huh? I was an accountant on Moneyland when I decided I wanted a little more adventure. So I put a blaster to the head of the intergalactic banking clan and walked off with a few million credits. Been robbing and murdering ever since.
Well, it sounds like you made a good start. Just don't put a blaster to my head.
Don't worry, Sith. I've got a good survival instinct. You know, you got a pretty nice ship. It's no Sky Princess, but hey, what is? I had a ship like it once. No armor to speak of, but you don't need defense when you can maneuver like that.
You didn't seem to have a ship when I met you.
Yeah, got blown to pieces. But it was a thrill while it lasted. Nothing like playing chicken with a ship twice your size and then firing up his tail when he blinks. Sky Princess was great, but she couldn't do that.
Would you like to fly the ship?
How do you Sith say it? My lord, it would be an honor. You just tell me where you want to go.